On the morning of the 4th of May 2022, the authorities arrested and charged 42-year-old transient Robert Simmons in the stabbing death of a 39-year-old homeless man. The authorities said that Robert was captured in the Eloise area of Winter Haven, Florida, after they located the lifeless body of a man in a shallow grave near the homeless camp, just between the intersection of State Highway 17 and Snively Avenue and Lake Lulu. The authorities said that on the 30th of April, a fight broke out between Robert and the victim, when the victim was bashed and also suffered a laceration on his back, but he refused to seek medical treatment. Robert returned to the camp on the night of the 1st of May, and a witness asked where the victim was, and he replied that he left. On the 3rd of May, Robert told several witnesses that he killed the victim over the weekend because he tired of seeing the victim masturbate in the presence of other people at the camp. He said he warned the victim to stop the first time, telling him it was inappropriate. The second time he caught him pleasuring himself in public, he beat him up, and the third time he killed him. That afternoon, several witnesses alerted the authorities to the murder. At around 2:30 p.m, the authorities dispatched to the homeless campground, and at around 5:30 p.m, they located the victim's body in a shallow grave in a densely forested area nearby. Deputies spotted Robert walking near the camp. He fled, but officers managed to confine him to a small area during the night. At around 9:30 a.m. on the 4th of May, deputies found Robert on a business property next to the camp zone. He said, "I've had enough of this," and threw the knife down before he was arrested. Robert spent most of the night hiding from police in the swamp and was covered in mosquito bites. Robert is charged with murder and tampering with evidence and resisting. Robert's prior criminal history includes 16 felonies and 12 misdemeanors. He's also been in prison 4 times, which include aggravated battery, carrying a concealed weapon, theft and drug offences. The authorities are unable to release the name of a 39-year-old white male victim until they're able to locate and notify next of kin because of Marsy's Law. On the 3rd of May 2022, 48-year-old Jade Benning was arrested and charged with the murder of her boyfriend in a decades-old cold case. It all began at around 3 a.m. on the 4th of January 1996, when the authorities responded to an apartment at 2205 North Broadway in Santa Ana, California, on a report of an intruder who forced his way into her apartment and stabbed her boyfriend to death. Jade and her boyfriend were both 22 years old at the time. When officers arrived at the home, they found numerous stab wounds on Christopher's upper torso. Neighbours heard a loud argument inside the apartment for about 15 minutes shortly before the killing. Jade made general statements to the investigators about the incident. She said that a black man entered the residence about 3 a.m. He stabbed her boyfriend to death while he slept. She said she suffered a minor cut to her right hand when she struggled with the killer. The investigators did not find a weapon. A witness also told police that he found a man running from the apartment. She said that a black man entered the residence at around 3 a.m. He stabbed her boyfriend to death while he slept. She said she suffered a minor cut to her right hand when she struggled with the killer. The investigators did not find a weapon. A witness also told police they saw a man running from the apartment building. Investigators continued to work the case, but their leads went cold until they received an anonymous letter in January of 2020 that implicated Jade in the murder. Following the receipt of the letter, witnesses were questioned and search warrants were executed. Further evidence was collected and forensically tested, which provided enough evidence to issue a warrant for Jade's arrest. Jade, who now lives in Austin, Texas, was arrested at her home at around 2:20 p.m. on the 3rd of May. She'll be extradited to California to face murder charges and is held on a $1 million bail. In the years since the murder, she lived in Las Vegas in 2001 before heading to Austin.